I don't cook there.
So in typical Geoff fashion, I came completely unprepared. I didn't expect it. So I have a caffeinated Kiwis notepad that we brought from the airport this morning, and a caffeinated Kiwis pen.
Overpriced then.
Sorry?
Overpriced then.
Very much overpriced, yeah. And I just noted down a few things, just to say really. I was trying to think about some characteristics that Dad had that you guys would have seen, that obviously, were with him through his life, and for every good one I seem to find a bad one. And probably won't be any surprise. So one of the things I always said I got from my dad is he was such a hard working person, and immediately made me think he was actually really hard work as well. Part of that hard working nature, he was diligent, and he, as Nick alluded to, when he did his work he was a real perfectionist. But that came with an element of stubbornness and a massive amount of opinionated characteristic as well. So, every time I came up with something, there was an opposite. So, the last one I thought on the positive was his thoughtful nature and his caring nature. He was always thinking about others and caring for others. But then he was grumpy and grumpy. Grumpy old bastard. I also tried to think about a few memories, and that's always tricky in these sort of situations when, obviously, it brings back all the good times and hopefully, things of joy in terms of good memories. You guys have talked about Christmases. I don't know how you put up with my dad at Christmas. I mean, as a kid, the guy just used to land.
It was a lot easier once you'd approved the menu.
Well, and it's interesting. So we had this conversation just today. So I was obviously going through a few memories earlier when I was picked up. And Christmas is back at home. As Mick said, my parents divorced. I was 7 or 8 when they divorced. But it was extremely amicable. They were friends still, they did it for the right reasons, and they always focused on themselves and the sister, making sure that we still had a family unit. Christmas was a big important part of that, and we kept having Christmases together. Dad would come over to the house, Mum would, as a vegetarian, would cook a turkey, because we had to approve the menu, even back then. And for those of you if anybody of you did meet Mum, then she was possibly the only person in the world more stubborn and opinionated than my dad. So that was a battle of wits, to say the least. For years this went on. Obviously family moves on, and I went off to university, and life starts to change, the dynamics start to change. And one year Dad said to Mum, why don't we do Christmas at my house this year? And he'd never offered before. It never even occurred to him. I was at university at the time. And Mum phoned me and said, in a very strange voice, he said, your dad's offered to do Christmas this year. What do you think? And I said, Mum, it sounds like a brilliant idea, because you don't have to do it. You've done it every year since I was divorced. Every year you've done this. You're a vegetarian. You cook a turkey every year for us. Go. Let your hair down. Have a drink. So we said yes. And this was the plan. So Christmas Eve came round. I went to see Dad at his house, and I was going out for a drink with some friends. And he was knee deep in potatoes, parsnips, carrots. Everything was out. He had an apron on. It was about 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening, and he had all this out in front of him, organised, a big notepad, big piece of paper, and Christmas Day written at the top. 6 o'clock, wake up. 6:15, oven on. All the way through to 1 p.m. To the minute, on the minute, to 1 p.m. Everybody sit down to eat. It was all there, and he was everything was bubbling away. So I went in. I was going to sleep there that night, so I just threw a bag down. I said, "Are you going to get out for a pint tonight? It's Christmas Eve." And you go, oh, I don't know if I will. I might make last orders. Okay, all right. Do you want any help? No, I've got it all under control. Go. I leave. Go home. Next day, went round to pick my mum and my sister. And Mum was horrified that she was running slightly late. She was determined to be on time for Dad. First time. So determined to do this, and she was horrified with it. I said, no, it's got it all under control. It's got this piece of paper. It's going to rule the day. This piece of paper is in charge of the day. We turned up at 10:30, and he was in a dressing gown, having just woken up. Literally, just woken up, and he opened the door, and he went, "Shit! I've just woken up!" And he walked. The first thing he did was he got this piece of paper which said 6:30, wake up, and he crossed it out and he put 10:30, and then he added 4 hours. And he just crossed it all out. He said, "What happened?" I went, "Well, you know I said I was going out for last orders." "Yeah." I didn't go home until 3 o'clock. He got lost. He didn't go. People said they saw him staggering home at 3 o'clock in the morning. But that was it. And Mum thought this was hilarious. It was one of the best Christmases I think we ever had. It just completely broke the ice. And yeah, the next year actually I did Christmas at university, and Dad came in and said, I said, "Dad, as long as I get the tea on the table before 6 o'clock, I'm won. I'm already there." So that was, I think that kind of encompassed an awful lot of all his characteristics, and well, quite a lot about Dad, to be honest. And certainly some of the sense of humour came out and made the good days good. The last thing I want to say, and this is really why I'm here, this is why I came over, is I want to say thank you to you all. And that's from me, it's from my sister, it's from Colin, Dad's brother. Dad had the best years of his life out here. He worked so hard throughout his life. He dedicated his time to his family, to his job, to people who he employed. When he came out here, he got some of that back. I mean, you guys looked after him, at the end when he needed it, and you have my absolute eternal gratitude. I can never explain to you guys how much we appreciate what you've done for him. He went where he wanted to be. He didn't come home. He didn't want to come home. He wanted to be here. And that's testament to you all. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very, very much for that. And I'll take him home. So thank you very much.
We'll probably get better lawns down the bottom. So I think if we make our way down there, this is going to be a disaster. This is where all the... Is there a fireman here who wants to take the barracks?
You really cry on the day. He keeps him quiet. Sometimes.
What you're putting. We speak so. We are extended.
Well, if I go to bed, we just pull up 4 or 5, and I don't hear. Give me the go again, and just pull up there.
Yeah, well, that's fine. We'll get this thing done at the end.
You do too, and if you're down, I'll pull back. To be sure, to be sure.
This isn't going on out in this history. Yeah, and then in the water or just the edge? In the water? Just on the edge. On the edge. It's really strong. My eyes are watering. It's smoking hot, more than me.
The match is full.
It's so good, well.
Who's the school is like this?
Are you doing it? We're going to like it. Hold on. What? You got the fight. Have you got the thing? There was an error. No. Oh, will it? Yeah, okay. Right, go. Right, hold on. Don't let it go too quick.
Gary, are you ready?
It's floating his face. All right. Dan's going to get
I can find someone that's got a match.
Honey, do you want to go in the water and get a shot from that side?
Yeah, I'm only paying for that. No, the clock isn't quite tuned. Just starting
You don't need to do another one.